Shazam, hi, it's me again, and I'm going to talk about a film I saw, filmed a review for, and managed to lose the footage entirely because I am an idiot. Me. Big dumbass. Me. Speaking of dumbasses, there's a film called Shazam, which, when I say that word, which I'm going to say multiple times, just assume there's a big puff of smoke and lightning and I turn into a huge buff man with the face of a guy who was on a comedy TV show for a while. Seems to be a thing. Like, you get a comedy actor and you stuffed all the steroids into their torso, and you make him a slightly lighthearted superhero character. Seems to work. Like, heck, even Michael Keaton, that technically worked with Batman, because people forget he was a comedian. He was a lighthearted comedian type role character actor before Batman happened. People forget that. I'm not going to let you forget that. I will let you forget nothing. Anywho, speaking of forgetful, okay, we're using that joke. Black Adam. So, Shazam has a villain character called Black Adam. He basically is just the anti-hero Batman equivalent to Shazam, Captain Marvel. I'm going to say Shazam now because Marvel Comics owns the Captain Marvel copyrights, and DC has to call the character Shazam now, or had to for years, and all the marketing, the comics themselves, they could call him Captain Marvel. It was a thing. The legalities of it are weird and actually pretty interesting. Maybe I should do videos about the weird bullshit involving legality with comic books and other stuff. Note for future self. But at the end of the day, they're going to call the character Shazam, Shazam family, so on and so forth. You got a bad guy. The Rock, big fan of that bad guy. Wants to make a movie with that character. DC is, spinning in a pile of its own filth trying to copy Marvel for about a decade. We've seen how this goes. At some point, The Rock got in there and said, hey, I want to make a movie with this relatively unknown bad guy for one of your B-lister superheroes. And DC was like, okay. Time passes, and we get a movie, which feels amusingly out of time and out of place, considering the hero is literally out of time, and technically not out of place because he never left the city he was in, but whatever. This feels like an early 2000s to late 90s movie in the bad way. It's not good, and it's very try-hard, which I like you, The Rock, but sometimes you just can't get this thing to work, and you gotta learn to cut your losses, and this is a loss. A pretty bad one. It's not offensively bad, but it's forgettable. It's just there. Like Man of Steel, Justice League, made me angry. This one, I was kind of bored. Is that worse? I was kind of engaged. There's a few good spots, things that happen in here. I guess I'll start from the start. So you have this city whose name I forget, but it's basically Middle Eastern townland, and this place has been oppressed forever by everybody. And back in Egypt times, in not committing to a year type Egypt times, so that era, it had a magical protector man who saved everybody, killed the bad guy king, and then he disappeared for a few millennia. Now we come to modern day, and it's in the DC universe. So a terrorist company, team, organization, people have just taken over an entire country and just occupy it. That's in that lovely, kind of uncomfortable way for social commentary that Marvel's been playing with way more successfully with Black Panther. This has the stuff there, but it doesn't know what to do with it for the most part, and it does bring up some interesting ideas and does nothing with them. So, great job. So, this city, lady finds is looking for a magic crown, accidentally wakes the Rock up from his millennia-long snooze. He immediately saves her and starts killing the bad guys, like hard killing, like zapping them into skeletons and his throat and ripping off arms and shit. That's pretty funny, actually. One of this movie's high points is the sudden, shocking violence coming out of your main character. We're not used to The Rock just outright killing people left and right. And he's not exactly gleeful, but he's having a good time. He's having a little bit of fun with it. Which, honestly, if I was The Rock and had lightning powers and could fly and could punch God, yeah, I'd have fun doing this stuff too. We don't want him to have fun doing it. That's actually kind of the point is, no, don't do that to the bad men. That's not nice. In a comic book universe where you have Superman, who kills, Batman, who kills a lot, Wonder Woman, kills, until they forget about it in the second movie, which everyone forgets about that second movie because, oh boy, bye-bye, no. So, this movie feels very like, were you watching a different universe for a while, buddy? You're kind of calling your pet kettle black here, and you're the kettle. I think that joke makes sense. So, Rock starts killing people, and then we bring in the Justice Society of America, which is the B-lister Justice League team. And we've got Hawkman, who is just angry bird Batman. You got Dr. Fate, who is Kmart version of Doctor Strange. You've got Cyclone, who is a lady with cloud spinny powers. She's there. And Atom Smasher, who is garbage Deadpool. No. Go away. You're dumb. Just eat your fried chicken. Go away. Bad boy. You suck. And distractingly have the same special mask animation as Deadpool, so you just look like really off-putting, incorrect Kmart Deadpool, and it's distracting every time you're in costume. And all you do is get big. Get big's a cool power, but Superman's here, and you're fighting a dude who had the same power level as Superman. Oh god, I brought power levels. I'm sorry. Yeah, so Justice Society comes in. They're like, "Hey, Mr. Rock, stop brutally murdering all these bad men who are terrorists who have taken over this country. That's not nice. We're the good guys. We're supposed to, Oh, the people of this country really love when you kill their oppressors in front of them. They're cheering you on, and we are representatives of the West trying to tell you what to do. Oh, we've walked into a uncomfortable thing. And the movie has no nuts to deal with it. So it just makes... And again, this brings up the fact that you have the Justice Society who is wagging their fingers at The Rock. And again, your Justice League, your big main three, are killing people left and right. They have no qualms. Your Batman loves to run people over with his bat tank car thing. Yeah, you guys should not be the ones to be talking about this. We're trying to make your super-powered anti-hero character behave better. No, there is literally no leg to stand on whatsoever for any of you in this movie. Nope. You look like hypocrites. Massive hypocrites. And The Rock is very aware you're massive hypocrites, and he's like, try to stop me. I can literally go toe-to-toe with Superman. You can't do anything to stop my ass. And they can't. So about half the movie is them struggling to get him to not kill people or, fight the bad guys with being nicer about it. And it's not even the movie that shows that he's like that, like out of control with it. He's a little, but within reason. Again, Justice Society's here and they're massive hypocrites, and they got Atom Smasher who is causing massive collateral damage and is an idiot and is completely untrained and should not be here. He's doing no worse than Black Adam is. Oh, he might blow up the city with his superpowers. So that happens every day in DC. Blech. Anyways, so they're dealing with him, and there's a side plot with the magic crown MacGuffin, and eventually that leads to, hey, we need a bad guy to fight. How about a literal Satan? Yeah, sure, we got a couple of those. It's DC. There's plenty of literal Satan that they can trot out. So you bring in this bad CGI Devil Man, and he looks like the lower rent version of the Thing from the first Suicide Squad movie. No, not the witch, the other Thing that was there. Yeah, you forgot there was another Thing. Yeah, he sucks. There's nothing to him. There's a kid character they're literally trying to do the John Connor and Terminator thing from the Terminator 2 specifically, and this kid, Oh, man. I don't want to tell a child actor to get out of the industry, but, kid, you can't act. You have nothing to work with, but you can't act either. So, no, I'm sorry, child. Go back to school, go to college, go get an education, do something other than movies, because, I'm sorry. Just go away, child. Be gone. Bye. Leave. Go away. Go. So they try that. It don't work. Feel like an afterthought, that just to give that character a point to be there. A lot of that to this movie. And part of our big problem is the fact that you are starting as The Rock, who is a charismatic big boy wrestler man. That's his power is charisma. He's charismatic. He's cool. He's big. You want to root for him because he's charming. And his character in this is a grumpy man with a lot of baggage mentally that the movie, of course, doesn't tell you about actually describe fully till way later, even though it's obvious as hell, and just feel like you're wheel spinning. And it causes your lead actor, who's charismatic, to mostly just glower and be grumpy. And the only time that there's any energy to him is when he lights up, when literally lighting people up into skeletons and killing them. And that's supposed to be the bad thing. Can we feel the disconnect here? There's a couple. And the plot just happened. It's boring. Snipe between Justice Society and Black Adam. Child is terrible. His mother is boring. Side characters no one cares about. Some zombies show up near the end to give people something to fight. Pierce Brosnan is here as Dr. Fate, and he's the only other actor who's kind of enjoying himself. Actually, he's the only actor enjoying himself. The Rock is too busy trying to act as something he's clearly not designed to be as an actor. Like, no, I'm sorry, Rock, I like you, but this isn't your thing, and you are not going to be able to force it. Sorry. Peter Brosnan knows he's in a turd burger, and he's just like, I was James Bond for the 90s. I'm going to be act like I'm completely drunk off my ass and be kind of fun and entertaining. I'm like one of the few highlights of this thing. So that's kind of fun. So I've been enjoying where Pierce Brosnan is going in his older age. Like, he's becoming dapper, kind of amusing dapper asshole. Those are fun. It actually reminds me of Doom Patrol did the same exact thing with, who was that? Dalton? Oh yeah, that was Timothy Dalton. I think. I forget. Anyways, it was another former James Bond doing a very similar acting character, but doing a good job with it. I'd have to go back and look at that. I know I have the wrong actor. Anyways, off point. This movie is not very good. Kind of boring. When it's not being boring, it's being hypocritical. Ending is just like, well, you all have... The Rock is standing there like, well, you all have convinced me to rule over this country and defend it in a less murdery way. Even though you have zero power to stop me from doing this however I feel like, and I'm only behaving now and agreeing with you because the script says so, and we're almost done with the movie. And this all leads up to a stinger tease for a film that was no longer going to happen, for a fight that is literally not going to happen now, because behind the scenes, recasting, restarting, rebooting, we're putting this whole thing in the dumpster and shutting the lid hard. Like, oh, it's Superman. I get to fight Henry Cavill's Superman, who we've not seen for a little while, and literally appears to have quit his Witcher job. There were other things happening apparently, but whatever. Appears to have quit his cushy Witcher job to be Superman again, only to be immediately be told, on second thought, we got something else in mind. Yeah. So this whole movie builds up to a crossover fight that is never going to amount to anything beyond, hey, you're Superman. Yes, I am. I'm gonna glower at you and be like, oh, I want to fight you later. Is that so? And now that don't matter. Nothing. It didn't matter in the first place. Now it really don't matter. So yeah, this is what this whole movie in a nutshell. Doesn't matter. Waste of time. Not terrible. Like, it's watchable. It's some amusing special effects, and again, The Rock just using superpowers to just wipe people out is kind of funny. That's only like the first 30 minutes of the movie, though. After it just kind of hitting the numbers till we get to the finale, and there's not much else to it past that. it feels like just a try-hard thing that amounts to nothing. And yeah, at the end of the day, that's all this movie is. A complete nothing burger. Yeah. Skip. Literally does not matter. Not worth your time. Bye-bye, Rock. Go back to Fast and Furious. Yeah, hell right, you hate Vin Diesel. You're not going back to that one. Go back to Hobbs and Shaw. I don't think they're making another one of them. Well, Disney will put you in anything. Like, you want to be somewhere in Marvel? Like, they'll find a spot for you, and it's somewhere. Like, hey, Cavill needs another job. Maybe he'll go do that with you. Oh no way, he's doing Warhammer. Odd decision, kind of odd, cool flex. I don't know who he's going to play in any of that stuff, because I don't know much about Warhammer. Power to you, dude. Like, you go do you. Go do something. And at the end of the day, if you need more money, Marvel probably could use you as Hyperion. That'd be fine. Anyway, I'm going to go watch something else. I appear to be in Metropolis, which means I'm probably going to be wiped from existence by a supervillain in a couple about 20 minutes or so. That's fine. I'll be back. When I reboot, I'll be younger, prettier, and in about a year, they'll go back to my original design because people don't like change, and we start over all over again. Everything keeps going and going and going. I'm going to end the video right here. Bye-bye-bye.